Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys' $36 million Pro Bowler teases retirement after 2024. A longtime Dallas Cowboys great could be calling it quits after the 2024 season. While participating at the team's mandatory minicamp, offensive guard Zach Martin mentioned that the 2024 season could be his final one, via ESPN's Todd Archer. "I think I'd be lying if I said it has not entered my mind, right?" Martin said on Wednesday, June 5. "I think that's been a big thing for me this year, just try to tell myself, hey, go out, do your thing and let anything else take care of itself after the season. I don't know when I'll be done, but it's definitely getting closer to the end. I think it's just a good reminder for myself to stay in the present and take advantage of this year." The 33-year-old guard is one of the greatest players in team history. Martin's 9 Pro Bowl selections are the second most in team history behind the late Larry Allen, and his 7 first-team All-Pro selections are tied for most in franchise history alongside Bob Lilly and Randy White. Martin, who will turn 34 years old this season, is coming off of another stellar year, clinching both Pro Bowl and All-Pro bids during the 2023 season. The veteran guard is entering the final season of a revised 2-year deal, worth nearly $37 million, he signed prior to the start of the 2023 season. Martin has been remarkably durable during his career, appearing in 100% of the offensive snaps in 3 of his seasons, while appearing in at least 96% of the offensive snaps in 4 other seasons. While Martin continued to play well during his age 33 season in 2023, he appeared in a career-low 88% of the offensive snaps while missing 2 games due to an ankle injury. Martin has missed just 13 games during his 10-year career, but he acknowledges the wear and tear is starting to catch up. "Yeah, I haven't had big injuries, but just the wear and tear," he said. "And then I think the big thing is, and I'm definitely still here, which is why I'm back this year, you have to be all in on this thing. You've got to be locked in. You've got to be obsessed with it. I think when that feeling starts to fade a little bit, then it's probably time to go and do something else." The Cowboys don't have a replacement in waiting for Martin. Dallas' top backup at right guard is Josh Ball, who has just 13 career games and 0 starts to his name. Dallas is going through a makeshift of sorts along the offensive line, having lost long-time starting offensive linemen such as tackle Tyron Smith and center Tyler Biodas this offseason. Losing Martin, their best remaining offensive lineman, next offseason would be a monumental loss for a team that is looking to sign quarterback Dak Prescott to a long-term contract. Martin maintains that he'll make a decision after the season based upon his body feels throughout the course of the 2024 season. "I talked with the coaches after the season, just kind of listening to my body and making sure I'm as healthy and feeling as good as I can going into Sundays," he said. "So, whatever that looks like as the season progresses, we'll adjust accordingly." Ezekiel Elliott on RB by committee, "I'll do whatever it takes to help this team." The Cowboys used the 4th overall pick on Ezekiel Elliott in 2016, a year after trying something of a running back by committee with Darren McFadden and Joseph Randle. McFadden served as the bridge between DeMarco Murray and Elliott, rushing for 1,089 yards in 2015. Now, Elliott is that guy after spending most of his previous time in Dallas as the guy. He will share carries with Rico Dowdle, Royce Freeman and Deuce Vaughn. "Shoot, I don't know exactly what it looks like, but we'll see," Elliott said, via Garrett Podale of CBS Sports. "I love football. I'm going to do whatever it takes for me, that I need to do, to help this team win. Whatever that is." Elliott averaged 22 touches per game in his first 5 seasons, but only 15 over the past 2 seasons while splitting carries with Tony Pollard in Dallas in 2022 and Ramondre Stevenson in New England in 2023. Last season, in his only season with the Patriots, Elliott had career lows in starts, 5 snaps, 539 carries, 184 yards, 642 touchdowns, 3, and yards per carry, 3.5. I still view myself as a starter in this league, Elliott said. But also, I've got to take care of my body and make sure I'm fresh for when it matters. What's that going to look like? I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll figure it out. He is happy to be back with the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are happy to have him. But Elliott is not the same back who led the league in rushing in 2 of his first 3 seasons, and it seems likely they will have a different starter next season. Cowboys' Micah Parsons suggests hypothetical where he joins Steelers. Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers has received a lot of heat in recent years. But it's clear he has a ton of respect around the league. Tomlin certainly has the respect of Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons. Fort Worth Star-Telegram's Clarence Hill Jr. wrote in a tweet that Parsons told reporters on June 4 that if he were ever to play for another team, he would prefer to join the Steelers. Why? Because of Tomlin. If he hypothetically did go home later in his career, it would be to join the Pittsburgh Steelers, not the Philadelphia Eagles, partly because of Mike Tomlin, wrote Hill on X, formerly Twitter. Parsons potentially playing for another team is a topic because the edge rusher is approaching the end of his rookie contract. Dallas, though, did pick up Parsons' 5th-year option, which will keep him with the Cowboys through the 2025 season. Parsons is from Harrisburg, but Steelers fans shouldn't get too excited about the possibility of Parsons coming home in 2026. Hill reported Parsons made it clear he wants to play his entire career in Dallas. Not only is Parsons from Harrisburg, but he starred at Penn State in college. Parsons' relationship with Tomlin began on his pro day. Steelers Depot's Alex Kozora wrote on June 4 that Tomlin attended Parsons' 2021 pro day at Penn State and called the edge rusher's performance a freak show. Most notably, Parsons ran the 40-yard dash in 4.36 seconds while listed at 6'3" and 246 pounds. Parsons has recorded at least 13 sacks in each of his first 3 NFL seasons. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2021 and made first-team All-Pro in both 2021 and 2022. Last season, despite only making second-team All-Pro, Parsons finished 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year voting, behind only T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett. If Parsons ever plays for the Steelers, though, it seems highly unlikely that it will be when Watt is still in his prime. Pittsburgh has Watt and Alex Highsmith along the edge, who will combine to have a cap hit of more than $37 million in 2024. Watt is set to become a free agent when Parsons does in 2026. The Steelers are very likely to re-sign Watt rather than pursue Parsons. More than likely, the Cowboys will be signing Parsons to a contract extension before the start of the 2025 season. If there's any takeaway point to Parsons' comments, it's again confirmation of how much players love Tomlin. The 2024 NFLPA report card released early this offseason was another indication of Tomlin's respect around the league. The only A grade the Steelers received on their report card was for head coach. Only 3 head coaches, Andy Reid, Dan Campbell and Kevin O'Connell, received a higher grade, A+, than Tomlin on the report card. Tomlin may face a lot of heat this fall if the Steelers struggle on offense again. If the team doesn't win a playoff game this season, even more fans will be frustrated. But the amount of love Tomlin receives from players around the league is just another reason the Steelers probably shouldn't make a coaching change anytime soon. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Micah Parsons? Leave your opinion in the comments.